Good morning. This is FM Sirisara radio station. I am Mahidi Vihara here again. Welcome you all to the world of English. Come and be with us from 9 to 9:30 in the morning. FM Sirisara can be listened to and accessed to the radio channel FM 103.2, FM Sirisara app on Google Play Store, the Facebook page Sirisara Visira Media Unit and the website. Today grade 8 friends are here with us. I welcome you all to the FM Sirisara radio station. Okay, first let's listen to a song sung by Damsari Lituli, Dhamsa Litumi and Savinima. It is a song by your favorite singer Alan Webb.
Falling to the dark side. We don't need the light to live on the dark side. I see it, let's feel it. While we're still young and fearless, let's go of the light. Falling to the dark side.
Now I'm going to tell about a character that we all love very much. This is the Little Red Riding Hood. Some of our grade 8 friends are ready to bring that character to life.
The Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived in a village near the forest. Whenever she went out, The little girl wore Red Riding Cloak, so everyone in the village called her Little Red Riding Hood. One morning, Little Red Riding Hood asked her mother,
Mother, can I go visit grandmother?
That's good idea, my dear.
So they packed a nice basket for Little Riding Hood to take to her grandmother. When the basket was ready, the little girl put on her red cloak and kissed her mother. Goodbye.
Remember, go to stay to grandma's house. Don't play along the way and please don't talk to strangers. The woods are dangerous.
Don't worry, Mummy, I will be careful.
But when Little Red Riding Hood noticed some lovely flowers in the woods, she forgot her promise to her mother. She plucked a few flowers, watched the butterflies fly, and listened to the frogs croaking. Little Red Riding Hood was enjoying the warm summer day so much that she didn't notice a dark shadow approaching out of the forest behind her. Suddenly, the wolf appeared beside her.
What are you doing out here, little girl?
I'm on my way to see my grandma who lived through the forest near the brook.
Then she realized how late she was and quickly escaped herself, rushing down the path to her grandma's house. The wolf, in the meantime, took a shortcut. The wolf, little out of breath from running, arrived at grandma's and knocked lightly at the door.
Oh, thank goodness, dear. Come in, come in. I was worried sick that something had happened to you in the forest.
The wolf let himself in. Poor Granny did not have time to say another word before the wolf gulped her up. The wolf let out a steadified burp.
Who is it?
It's me, Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, how lovely. Come in, my dear.
When Little Red Riding Hood entered the little cottage, she could clearly recognize her grandmother.
Grandmother, your voice sounds so odd. Is something wrong?
Oh, I just have a touch of a cold.
But grandmother, what big ears you have?
The better to hear with you, my dear.
But grandmother, what big eyes you have?
The better to see you with, my dear.
But grandmother, what weak teeth you have?
The better to eat with you, my dear.
The wolf roared and jumped out of the bed and began to chase the little girl. Almost too late, Little Red Riding Hood realized that the person in the bed was not her grandmother, but a hungry wolf. She ran across the room and toward the door, shouting,
Help! Help! Wolf!
A woodman's who was chopped in logs nearby heard a cry and ran towards the cottage as fast as he could. He grabbed the wolf and made him spit out the poor grandmother, who was a bit frazzled by the whole experience, but still in one piece.
Oh, Grandma, I was so scared. I will never speak to strangers or stop to play in the forest again.
Dear child, you have learned an important lesson. Thank goodness. You shouted loud enough for this kind woodsman to hear you.
The woodsman knocked out the wolf and carried him deep into the forest, where he wouldn't bother people any longer. Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother had a nice lunch and a long chat.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A sonorous disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's the one I want you to know. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself, then make a change. Na 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 na. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there was someone home, not a nickel to love. Could it be really me, pretending that they're not alone? Oh, well, deep in the sky, somebody's broken heart and washed out dreams. They follow the pattern of the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with
Now, Pahanvi is here with us to deliver speech. Pahanvi, what are you going to speak about?
I am going to speak about Jacques Cousteau, the underwater pioneer.
Okay, let's listen to it.
What do you think of when you hear the word pioneer? Just what is the pioneer? A pioneer is someone who does something before anyone else does it. The first person to climb a mountain is a pioneer. The first person to go to the moon is a pioneer. The first person to do some special kind of work is a pioneer. This story is about a pioneer of the undersea world. His name is Jacques Cousteau. Jacques was born in France in 1910. When he was young, Jacques and his family went to many places. When he grew up, Jacques went into the Navy. He learned to love the sea and all its interest in fish and plants. When he left the Navy, Jacques bought his own ship. He used that ship for many years to explore the oceans. Jacques Cousteau has done more than any other person to open up the undersea world. The sea is full of important things. Fish and plant foods are found in its waters. These foods are very important to the men, women and children who live on earth. You may have seen Jacques Cousteau on televisions. You probably know that he does most of his work underwater. But do you know that he made many of the things he uses underwater? The aqualung is the driving saucer is like a tiny spaceship. It is called saucer because of the way it looks. It looks like two saucers, one upside down on top of the other. Two people can ride in the saucer. They can make it go up or down. They can also make it stand still. The saucer had headlights that shine through the deep water. The saucer can drop 300 meters in 50 minutes inside the saucer. The air stays fresh and clean. Cousteau has also found sunken ships. Cousteau has made movies about the sea. He has written books. But most people know of him through his television shows. Through televisions, Cousteau has reached people all over the world. He has opened up the undersea world to them. One people know best. This is another way that Cousteau is a pioneer. The aqualung lets divers breathe underwater. It has its own air. With it, a diver can stay underwater for a long time. The diver can go as deep as 65 meters and still get enough air to breathe. Cousteau was one of the first people to take pictures underwater. He made a very special camera. It is a very heavy out of the water, but underwater it is so light that it floats. With this camera, Cousteau can take pictures of all kinds of fish. He can also take pictures of sunken ship, rocks and other things of the sea floor. Cousteau made many other things to use underwater. The diving saucer is one of the most important things Cousteau made. Cousteau has also been working to keep our ocean clean. He works with people all over the world. Together they try to teach people how important it is to take care of the sea. This means we must keep our rivers clean too. Pollution in our rivers soon goes into the oceans. The animals, fish and plant foods of the oceans are killed by this pollution. These foods are needed to feed people all over the world. Quisco says we must take better care of our ocean. Will you help?
This is the end of our program, The World of English. But you don't worry, we are coming to meet you tomorrow at the same time. Until then, goodbye.